Hey there, Phillips here. This video is going to be on a T6 speed farming build. So the double Donetta build is really nice. Once you have full ancient gear and you're well optimized, you can do well on T6 with that setup. However, starting out, there are going to be other options, and I mean on T6 it's really flexible, so keep that in mind the whole time. There's a lot of options and variations that are going to do really well on T6. But the idea of the build here, you basically just run around, drop sentries, and spam multi-shot. And you're going to want to collect health globes to maintain your hatred, to continue spamming. So you have the Blood Vengeance for the hatred, as well as the Reaper Wraps to give you hatred from health globes. Other key items are going to be the Cinder Coat for the resource reduction, to allow you to continue spamming multi-shot. And then obviously the 6 pieces of Marauder, you can use the ROG to fit in the Cinder Coat. So now let's look at the spec, the skills and abilities. You got multi-shot for the damage, Spitfire with the M6 to cast your multi-shot for you, Vengeance with Seethe for the hatred generation, Trail of Cinders for the mobility. Through the Cinder Coat you get the resource reduction, so that's just as well as Tumble. You got Focus Mind for the discipline generation to help you spam Tumble, keep up with the group on T6 pretty quick. Got Companion for the value of Marauders, and get all of those abilities all the time with the Marauder bonus. And for the passives, we got Custom Engineering, gives you the 3rd charge. This is going to help you manage your sentry rotation as you're dropping them. Having 3 charges, it's going to be easier to manage a rotation and progress through a rift. A lot of the passives are flexible. You can rotate out. Tactical advantage we have here for the movement speed, that's not really going to be an option, but the 2 over here, Blood Vengeance and Ambush, going to be flexible. This is just for the generation of resources, allowing you to spam more and again just maintain speed. Ambush for the damage on T6 is really good value. On my Hellfire I have Ballistics. If you don't have a Hellfire, you could possibly pick up Ballistics over Ambush for the single target damage, but Ambush has really good value on T6, so you probably just run these, and that's it for the spec. Now we're going to talk about the itemization. It's not too important, it is only T6, so it is very flexible in terms of the stats and things like that, so I'm not going to go in detail. I'm just going to kind of keep it brief and general. So for the weapon, any heavy hitting weapon is going to be good. Obviously you need your full M6. You're going to want to pick up multi-shot damage modifiers, and resource reduction is going to be less valuable than cooldown reduction because you're generating so much hatred through the Reaper Wraps and Blood Vengeance, and the value of the cooldown reduction is going to be higher. You get more hatred through cooldown reduction, and more discipline, more damage, more sentries. Just the cooldown reduction is really strong, especially on T6. So you're going to want to pick that up if you can. Now for the legendary gems. They're pretty standard. The only difference is you're not taking advantage of Bane of the Trapped. So you can shift in. The Teguk is really easy to take advantage of with this build. You have plenty of hatred through the health globes again, so you're able to just spam multi-shot all the time. You should be casting regularly anyways. It's kind of just passively up. You hardly even have to pay attention to keeping that going. And then here we have the Stone of Vengeance. It's a really strong damage modifier. And then Bane of the Powerful. Again, these are just standard gems, so T6, really good value here. Maintain that essentially the whole time. For the paragon points, it's pretty standard. The only real difference is, as the trend is, you're not getting as much value from your resources. You have so many health globes, you're able to maintain through that. So get your movement speed squared away, and then pick up the rest in dex. Offense, cooldown reduction is really good, and then damage modifiers after that. Attack speed last. Here, bottom to top. Here, resource reduction. And then, it hardly matters. The area damage is good, life on hits, whatever. Now we can do a rift. So while I'm showing the gameplay, I'm just going to kind of talk about some tips and things to keep in mind as you're using the build on T6. The main thing is, don't waste your sentry charges. So if you can kill a monster with just 1 sentry or 2, you know, don't waste the third. Save it for the next pack or the next one. Managing your charges is going to be key to maintaining speed with the build, as well as maintaining the Gogok. You want to make sure that you're constantly spending. You can see it just fell off. Every now and then it will fall off. It's not too important, but you do want to make sure that you're getting value out of the gems that you're using, so try to make sure that you're casting regularly, and place your sentries away from the monsters that you're trying to kill, and spread the sentries out so that you're getting more value from each one. Through the multi-shot spread and the Zay's distance, you're going to get more value that way. And the Seethe, you want to kind of save that for larger health monsters and whenever you're low on health globes. A lot of times you can see I'm just running around picking up health globes and resources are full. And you can see here, as I'm low on discipline, that's where the focus mind comes in, because you don't really need punishment. You can run punishment, but the hatred through health globes is plentiful, so the discipline is what you end up starved on when you're moving this quickly through a rift. And you can use the companion to pick up health globes as well as group monsters, and also mostly just for the damage bonus. When you have a nice group of monsters, you can just use your companion. Maybe that was a little fast. We'll do another one. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps. See you next time.